Hello, everyone. Welcome to Doctrine Pod, a platform where we collaborate with key stakeholders in the industry to drive meaningful conversations around creatives. Doctrine Pod is an asset of Doctrine, an academy where creatives learn, collaborate, and upskill. Both Doctrine Pod and Doctrine are an asset of DottsMediaHouse, Africa's leading media firm with over 10 years of experience in 360 marketing. My name is Omolola Mo. Welcome to the culture of creatives. My guest on the show today is a lot of things, especially when it comes to creativity. And now he has moved that creativity into marketing. One thing that particularly excites me about him is his strength when it comes to sales. This person can sell water to a fish and he can sell sand in the desert. Ladies and gentlemen, join me as I make welcome the country manager, Yellow Card app, Somtochukwu Nnajim.
Okay.
You know when, for example, this is also a conversation that is very much active on Twitter, where people would say people are fighting against a particular thing, and a set of influencers or content creators, they are not really lending their voice to that conversation, and people start saying, "Oh, at this person, you are not saying anything. At this person, that ordinarily those are things that would normally call out the A-list people for the celebrities
Yes.
for." So when I see conversations like that, I'm like, this person's just trying to live his life. Yes, you vibe with his content, you follow him and all of that, but that does not really make him like a figure of somebody that you can always hold responsible for. Oh, you didn't join this conversation. Oh, you did not join that conversation and all of that. Do you get what I'm saying?
I think everybody's entitled to what conversation they want to jump on. Because I'm an influencer doesn't necessarily mean I want to jump on all the conversations. You know, there are a lot of influencers that are even introverts. But because of what they do, they're out there and everybody thinks, oh, this is an outspoken, this is an outgoing. No.
Yeah. As a matter of fact, even the A-list people, I feel like people are entitled to follow whatever party they want to, do whatever they want to do. I feel like sometimes when people follow a particular celebrity, they feel they always say, oh, because I'm already following you, I have to hold you responsible for this thing. But even as a person following a celebrity, you should also have a mind of your own. Even if this particular celebrity is saying this is the way to go, are you a dummy? You should also have a mind of your own. Yes, the person is A-list, the person can influence and all of that, because these are genuine conversations that, I mean, when people start to talk about it, it's such a big deal for a lot of people. And I'm like, we should also learn to have a mind of our own, even as people consuming content from these people, even as followers of these people. Yes, they are the celebrities, they are the influencers and all of that. Some of them even get money for all these things that they do. Some of them get money for some of the things that they say. They are being paid for it. And that's because they have a mind of their own. They've decided that this particular conversation, I want to make money from it. So you as the person following that person, have a mind of your own now. Like, is it by force?
So what I would say to that is this, yeah. So imagine I'm a consumer and I'm consuming your content, and because I'm consuming your content, you're making money off me. There is a stereotype too. You're making money off me, so you must, So I always like to play the devil's advocate sometimes in this kind of conversations. Do you get like so? Yeah, you're making money off me listening to your content. So you should be accountable.
Unfollow me and let me breathe. But I mean, interesting conversation. Really, to be very fair, I think it's a balance of both things. Yes, you are responsible for your audience. You are responsible to them. You should also be able to make decisions that they would see and they would say, okay, this person it was worth the follow, right? And sometimes also even the followers try and stand on your own. It's not compulsory that one A-list person is doing something, you're hungry about it and all of that, but make your own decision outside of the influence of that person.
Very true. I agree with you. 100.
Okay, guys, it's been a wonderful and insightful conversation with Somtochukwu in the studio so far. And right now, we are moving to the perfect cocktail segment. This is where I get to ask Somtochukwu some questions. He would give me his answers. I would also answer those questions. And together, we'll create the perfect cocktail mix. Let's get right into it. So my first question is, if you were to pick a focus for a content, what would the focus be? Is it comedy? Is it lifestyle? Is it to educate people? Will the focus just to be to go viral and all of that? What would the focus of that particular content?
If I were to pick a content, I think you should focus on building a legacy.
All these serious people.
Oh yes, that's
Building a legacy.
that's what I'm about.
I hope you have enough cement, Sha.
Oh yes,
Cement's very expensive
many
now.
blocks.
Okay, so the focus of your content will be to build a legacy.
Oh yes.
All right. Ask me now. The focus of my
So
own.
what's the focus of your own content?
I'm also a serious person. but the focus will just be to entertain people. Comedy. I beg, let's laugh. There's too much eat in the country. Eating go viral. Gone. It's for comedy. It's to entertain people. So I'm going to say comedy. So you want to build a legacy.
Oh yes.
I want to entertain people.
Now we could have a touch of comedy in the legacy.
No.
Oh, you don't want. But I thought you wanted to.
We are
build
not
legacy.
sharing. No,
You're not building legacy.
No, that cement is expensive. I'm not doing
It's
legacy.
okay.
I'm not doing legacy. So,
It's okay.
Build a legacy, entertain people. All right. So, for this particular content, we have to pick a star for the production. So, if you're supposed to pick one top content creator for the legacy conversation, who is it going to be?
Must it be a content creator?
No. But if it's not a content creator, what would it be?
Well, then again, the person's a content creator, so yeah. Kobam Sasuko. Oh yes, that's how you build. He has a legacy.
And that's how you build a legacy, right? And people would listen to him definitely 100%.
What about you? I'd like to know who would be.
Can
your
we go back to the
comedian.
first question?
No.
I want to build legacy. I want to build legacy. Can we go back to I want to.
Let's do comedy. I'll be building.
Okay,
the
can we
legacy.
collaborate
You say
on
the
legacy?
block is
Can I build
expensive.
the legacy with you?
This block is no more expensive, Abby. It's alright.
Kobams, that was a very, very good pick. Kobams.
Oh yes,
Kobams. Very nice.
legendary.
Pick. You look like Kobams. in
I
a
do.
way. Have you heard
I
that before?
have
Did
many
people
other.
say
They
that?
say I look like Praise. I look like Cobams.
Which praise? Praise? No.
Praise sing song.
That's a bit song from.
Yeah.
No, that's Bez. No, that's praise.
No, that's Praise.
No, that's Bez now.
Oh, that's
Play
best.
that stupid song from the day
From
when
the
we
day
were
when-
born. God, I'm
She
thinking
can
about this
sing.
music.
Please, you say.
But you look more like Kobams. Nah, I know why
So
you
you've
want
been
to pick one.
camouflaging since that you can sing. Eh? Nice one.
I'm also trying to think of somebody that I look like so that when I say it, there will be a
Until
balance
now,
of
maybe
everything.
Simi or something.
So for my. Which Simi?
Simi, Adekunle Simi now.
All the party way them they do for Lagos
For your,
City.
she can help
Comedy.
you to
Simi is a
And
sushi
she
babe.
she has a playful side.
I
to
know
her.
the person I want to pick.
Oh,
I'll
yeah,
just be
pick.
pretending.
Okay.
For my comedy legacy, there's now legacy beside the comedy now.
Nice.
For my entertainment legacy, I'm going to pick Popo.
I can't Popo. That,
No, Popo. Only Popo. I'm going to
what's
pick Popo.
Is it
That's
like
his
the
name now. That's his name now. You don't know
Okay,
Akia
the
Popo.
fair Popo. Okay.
And the chubby one. I'm going to pick him for my entertainment legacy.
Okay, that's interesting. He has a legacy on that. So.
He does. And he can entertain. And
But that's the thing. If you pick only him and you leave out the Aki guy,
No, not that.
it will be half.
I'll pick Aki another time. Aki, we are together, but I'll pick you another time. It's only Popo that I want for today, right? Okay, so moving on to the next question. So considering the two elements that we picked for the first two questions, which platform would you pick to hear your content, your legacy content featuring Kobams Azuko?
Most definitely, that one is a no-brainer. YouTube, because then again, we could also monetize it, and people can, you can stream. You have subscribers. You have track of, people downloading your information. You have people coming to give testimonies on that YouTube, of course. Before you know it, we're already hitting 1 million, having plaque.
So is the purpose to make money now? Because I hear you say you want to monetize it and all that. You
then-
want to build a legacy, you still want to monetize the legacy.
Remember we had a conversation
These are the
about.
issues.
Remember we had a conversation about influence,
These are the issues.
and putting us in line with people that are being accountable.
These are the issues.
So
You want to build a legacy. You don't want to make
how will you
money.
build it? So how will you build the legacy?
Did I not warn you that cement is expensive? Now you're looking for money to buy the
I'm
cement.
trying to now solidify what you told me now. Like we need money to be able to build that legacy properly.
YouTube. YouTube.
What about you?
Thank you very much for that question. For my entertainment
TikTok.
legacy,
Abi now that's where there's comedy now. That's where there's dance.
Who says I cannot go to YouTube too?
You want to do your comedy on YouTube? You'll be hungry.
That's where the creativity comes in. Somtochukwu, you said something about creativity.
I agree, Eduro. Wait. You see this creativity thing.
And for me, I'm going to have a market separately.
You know you are going from the angle of comedy. I'm trying to help your ministry.
Help
you
me.
will first do TikTok. After you do TikTok, you do Instagram, then you now come to YouTube. Because that's where you drive. Algorithm.
But I can go to YouTube, then bit by bit, I drop it on TikTok.
YouTube.
Because Papa is even is an household name already.
Where do you think people go to go and look for comedy?
So that's what I'm saying. So you picked YouTube. Nobody said because nobody said you could have picked YouTube, TV, and all of that. Nobody said you cannot pick 2 or 3 now.
Okay, you can pick more. So your start is YouTube.
I'm going to create for YouTube.
Okay.
Then I'll churn it out bit by bit on the other platforms.
Okay.
So that the rave from the other platform will still get me back to YouTube. And I also monetize it, and I also make money from the entertainment legacy. And nobody will question me. And nobody will question me because from the get-go, I didn't say I want to be the legacy. I just want to entertain you people. And it's okay for me to make money from entertaining you people. But the people that want to build legacy and they still want to make money from it, good luck with that. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Great. Okay. So the final question is, when it comes to content creation, we know that sometimes people overdo, and a lot of times some other people underperform also. So what is one overrated element in content creation today? And then you'd also let me know one underrated element that you think we have in content creation today.
Should I have like 2 seconds to wait? But then again, this is it here. I want to believe that people that spend so much time on, you need to have the right gadgets. You need to have, I think is overrated. You don't necessarily need to have the best of Canon, whatever it is, the best of Rode mics.
Some people are agreeing to that. If you like, go and use POS camera to shoot your video. You meet yourself there.
I promise you, there are some content that would be. There's this guy he's I don't know whether he's an Indonesian. He has a gap tooth. He does this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So he used to sing with numbers. This guy is everywhere. He uses. I'm sure he uses maybe
Maybe POS camera.
You get, and the guy, everybody picked up his content, and I think it's overrated to want to have all the aesthetics right. Sometimes at the spot of the moment, you can create content and to be beautiful. But what I think is underrated, in my opinion, is I don't think a lot of people find, for me, that want to be the legacy. A lot of people don't spend time in crafting the right story. Or creating a storytelling, basically. Creating stories that will resonate with people, that would influence their world. A lot of people, everybody just wants to be entertained, So, but like, sometimes you can just take your time, craft the right story. I think it's underrated. Storytelling is underrated. Even in comedy, even in whatever content creation, if you incorporate good storytelling in it, I think you'll be a king. Something that people can relate to. I think it's underrated. A lot of people just want, I want to do this, I want to create
Do you think we have good storytellers in the content creation industry? Stories differ.
There are skit makers. There are people that just create skits that are relatable, but there are people that sit down to craft good. AI itself, there are people that would craft a story and tell AI to interpret it and create a video out of it.
Okay, so skit makers, you would not really.
I think skit makers, in my opinion, I want to believe that skit makers, they are just to entertain. What they do is relatable entertainment.
But they can be storytelling in the entertainment too.
Not all of them tell stories. Most of them don't even tell stories. They just create content.
I feel like it's even with the consumers that we used to put stories for them. Like we put structure, we interpret it for them. I agree with that. Yeah, I agree. Okay, so the overrated one is
aesthetics. Underrated is storytelling, in my opinion.
Okay, so people are overrating the aesthetics and all of that.
Sometimes less is more.
Okay, I think I'm going to be the different person here.
What you want to tell me what you think?
Oh yes, I really want to, because it's already choking me and I want to say it out here. So I think one overrated element in content creation today will be I'm trying to find the word for it now. The overrated element. So the overrated is also spiraling into the underrated. So I'm trying to find the balance. So the overrated element in content creation today will be people prioritizing numbers over value exchange,
I
right?
agree.
So sometimes, and I don't really blame them, because for a brand to reach out to you, they also want to see the numbers. Somtochukwu, you know that they want to see your number of followers, they want to see the number of your engagements and all of that. But when we are talking about content creation and creativity, I really do feel like it's so overrated that creators are just really interested in 100k followers today, 200k followers tomorrow, and all of that. And that is why sometimes, because people are so pressed about the number, they start following trends that they are not even supposed to follow, like
True, I
trends
agree.
that are already out of the way, out of the line. They cannot put themselves in a niche, they cannot focus on one thing. They just want to do everything because it's the numbers that they are interested in. And you'd also see that some of these things are not sustainable, because to get to a point, people get tired of you. Again, we have a lot of content creators. So if I'm not vibing with you again, I'll just move to the next
The
person.
next one.
And it's easy for me to get tired of you. This is not a relationship. It's not a marriage. It's not a do or die affair. I didn't sign any contract with you. So I can easily just, you are funny, but I'm tired of you today. There's another rave of the moment. Do you understand? So that's why I think that value exchange should be the priority. Right? And when you give that value, you'd see that the numbers would come effortlessly. You would not even need to jump on any trend. You don't need to do anything weird. You don't need to wear blonde wig on your head. You don't need to wear red wig. You don't need to use red lipstick as a guy. You don't need to go out of the way because you are looking for the numbers. Like, once there is that value exchange. And sometimes value is like, it comes in different ways. It does not necessarily mean that you have to talk about health. Value exchange does not necessarily mean you have to talk about cooking. Value exchange can just be you entertaining me on a
Let me ask you a
plain
question
level.
here.
Yeah.
What's your go-to content if you were to consume content now and they say consume a content, you have 30 minutes to just take a break and consume content? What content would that be?
I don't know if this is a name, but I gave it a name in my head. Sha. Opinions. That's it. And that's why I go on Twitter. Twitter is my favorite platform. So I'm not even Instagram girly or TikTok girly. If I'm bored, it's not even somebody will tell me to go and consume. If I'm bored, I go to Twitter. And I go to Twitter to be able to get into the minds of people, to know what people are thinking about when it comes to a particular topic. Or we are talking about women waking up very early in the morning to cook for their husband. What are people thinking about when it comes to this kind of conversation? So
Let me
that's my
let me
kind
ask a
of
follow-up
thing.
question to that.
Yeah.
Has consuming opinions influenced your own opinion about that opinion?
So I'm not necessarily going to say so when I consume opinion like that, it's just a reassurance or something to wake me up to say, Amola, you have sense in this one. Oh, Omolola, you're actually wrong in this case. So when I consume opinions like that, as we have put it, it's not necessarily for me to say, I want to know what every other person is thinking so that I'll be able to make my decision on this thing also. I already know what I'm thinking about it. I just also want to get in the mind of other people. And sometimes I might be wrong, and sometimes when I read what other people are saying and I see sense in it, I also admit that I'm right, I'm correct. So that's just the reason. It's not necessarily for me to be able to say I also want to pick a stand. I already have my stand. Before they're talking about this thing, green or orange, I already know that it's orange. So when I now go online, I see reasons why people are picking green, and it makes sense to me.
If you allow me, I'll ask you questions.
Okay, ask me.
Oh, really?
I'll say green. But if it does not make sense to me, I still stay on my orange, right? So the essence of going on Twitter is just to know what people are saying about a particular thing. So also know the kind of people I'm living with in this Nigeria, because I feel like because of Twitter, I know the minds of a lot of Nigerians when it comes to some conversations, right? Just some to some extent. I know what Twitter guys are thinking concerning this thing, because on the trend table you see it there already now, and I know what Twitter ladies are thinking on a particular conversation because you see it there.
Okay, so the last question I'm going to ask, because now we are on content or consuming content, right? Do you think?
Then I also want to ask you.
Oh, that's
but
fine.
after you.
Do you think that? So then again, you mentioned you already have like an opinion before you now decide to start consuming other people's opinion, right? Do you think that it would help when you consume their opinion and have like a more informed opinion to be able to execute whatever opinion you had earlier. Do you think is it okay for their opinion, if it makes sense, to influence yours?
Oh yeah, I thought I said that already. Yes,
Okay,
yes. But I was also saying something about having a mind of your own as a consumer of the
True.
content. Yeah. So it does not. So when I say have a mind of your own, it does not mean that every time you are right or every time you know what is best.
Makes sense.
But it's just good that before you enter a room, you're already prepared. You're already prepared what you want to say.
There'll be the good, the bad.
So when you now get into the room, depending on the direction of the conversation, you're not able to say, this one makes more sense. It's not that you're just entering a room, you don't even know what is in your head. You just enter there, and people are just saying their time. No, I go with the majority. I go with the majority. So yeah, that's
Makes
what that
sense.
is about. I would also like to know. What kind of content do you like to?
What kind of content do I like to listen? Then again, because I like to create music. So that's the thing. People mix singing with creating music. I actually like to create music. Music is a combination of sounds that make sense. So it's not just about singing. There's the instrumentation to it, the creating of the rhythm, the creating. So I like to create music. So don't put me in a box and say, "Oh, singer." Do you understand? So that being said, I like to listen to content that would help my music vocabulary to be able to be creative in that aspect, basically.
So what are your top, I know Cobhams is there already, so don't mention Cobhams. So what are your top?
Well, I listen to a lot of Western artists, the likes of the Travis Green, Todd Dulaney, so pretty much.
Please don't ask me about music. Thanks.
It's fine.
So my one underrated element when it comes to content creation for me, I know you said aesthetics and all of that is overrated. But I think it's underrated though, really. I think that for you to appeal to people say don't judge a book by its cover, but sometimes you can judge a book by its cover. Why is the book looking like a rag and I'm flipping over it? So sometimes appearance matters a lot. And I think that there's a whole lot of narrative around start with what you have, don't bother and all of that. Yes, it's fine. Start with what you have. But be intentional about the presentation also. Presentation matters a lot. Because another thing I've also noticed about content creation is today you are, especially for aspiring content creators, let me say that, today you are creating a particular kind of content. You don't even know if that is what is going to sustain you. You are still trying to find your niche. You are trying to find your fit in something. So if you decide to say, oh, after all, they've said, let's start with what we have, and there's the anyhowness around that, you might not really be able to appeal to the set of people that you need to appeal to, right? There are some consumers, a lot of consumers, they're also interested in aesthetics. What are you saying today? In fact, because we have loads of content creators online, presentation also matters, because that is one thing that will grab my attention, right? But when you say, oh, I'm not going to mention any brand, is POS camera that you have that you want to use, find a way, even if the video is not clear, you that you're in the video, look good, look okay, so that something is at least helping the other.
Okay, so I like to add my thoughts to what you said, right? I think I have I won't say I just want to add. Let me give reference to a secondary school student that is creative. If you tell him that he must have, or he should have the best of Canon, the best of Lightning and all that stuff, I think is unnecessary, because these things are expensive. It's not easy to have the right aesthetics, right? That's pressure. If you are if you think about it, Brother Shaggy, I want to mention his name. He didn't start with aesthetics. Now his content is premium, but he started with he had a journey to becoming Brother Shaggy. So I think it's undue pressure on. That's why I said it's overrated. It's undue pressure on people that want to come into being a creative person. If you tell them, oh, you must, it's pressure, but allow them to. They are not marketers. They just want to create. You just want to be creative until they now step into the point of the realization of, oh, I need to start making money off this. Yeah. Brands might come to me and say, oh, sponsor this, endorse this. They can now start wanting to. And when brands are coming to you, brands are coming with money. So that money, invest it in your creation. That's your aesthetics and all that stuff. But from the start, your goal as a creator should not be, look at the Sydney Talker. His phone, they use it to record their content. Yeah. Some of them. Yeah. And sometimes they now do proper skits with camera, with them visuals or something. Yeah. But you get my point. So I'm not saying... Yeah,
I totally get your point. And I think it's a balance of the two anyway. Yes. So when I say focus on the outlook and all of that. I'm not necessarily saying go and buy like a 4K black magic and all of that.
True.
Some people create content with their phone and it still looks good. And when they tell you that I created this content with my phone, you would almost not believe it. I'm just saying, even though you don't have all the gadgets put together now, be very, very particular be very intentional about what you look like, right? So that it can even speed up the process of brands reaching out to you, because a lot of brands, they want to also identify with something that looks good, at least something, not necessarily something that looks good on genre, but at least look presentable, look good, look okay. And when I say look presentable, look good, look okay, I'm not saying break the bank to get something that you don't have the money for. I'm just saying what you have, find a way to clean it up and create clean content, because Somto, again, because of the narrative of start with what you have, in fact, you don't even know the kind of content that will go viral, any kind of content will go viral now. We now have creators who are even intentional about not being presentable, for the want of a better way to put it. We now have creators who are intentional. We have creators who their content is they'll put tire around their neck, they'll wear
those ones are not created.
So it's just and we have a lot of them. So it feels like we're just starting with it, and that's what is trending. That's
Let me blow your mind.
Like,
think about Lasisi Eleno. How did it start? With one funny face.
The filter.
Yeah.
Yes, so
but now he's not doing that anymore. But he's now doing premium content.
Yeah, he's not doing that anymore.
Sha, I like that we can disagree.
Yeah, I think it's just the balance also. And the core of this conversation is so that there's something that attracts people to you from the first 2 seconds that they're looking at your video. There's something that pins them down. Is it what you have said? Is it what you look like? Is it even the filter that you're using? Like there has to be something that will pin people to your content.
Yes, what a conversation.
Thank you so much. I have personally learned a lot on this show. Something you are a lot of things. 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 And I pray that your well will not grow dry. I mean, God will continue to bless you and He will continue to anoint you. I mean, it's been a very, very insightful conversation around content creation, and what really matters when you want to put your content out there. Should you focus on the creative aspect of it? Should you be focused on the marketing aspect of it? Should you be focused on the presentation of your content? I mean, should you be focused on the followers? It's been a lot of things that we've discussed on this show, and I'm really, really excited for anybody who is going to watch this particular episode. All right, guys, we've had a very, very interesting conversation with Somtochukwu Nnajim, the country manager for Yellow Card app. I mean, talked about everything content creation, and I am particularly excited for everybody who is going to watch this show. Before I say my goodbye, I would like for you to click the subscribe button right now. After you watch the video, don't forget to like and don't forget to share with your friend. Also, I would also like to know your favorite cocktail pick. Is it mine? Or it should be mine, or Somtochukwu's own, right? So drop your pick in the comment section, and I'll see you on the next episode. Bye.